What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be casting the League of Dota on the admin slot, and I feel powerful. This is going to be a weekly tournament, amateur tournament. This week number 3 that I'm casting right now has like 124 or 5 something teams. It's pretty outrageous how big this this tournament actually is. So we also do have a ticket. If you are watching on stream, if you're watching on the recording, be sure to buy the ticket. Only 99 cents. Get some in-game items. It's good stuff. But I wanted to say one more thing. I don't know what I wanted to say, but regardless, we're going to be going up in the first round. We're going to be seeing PlayZone on the Radiant versus Midas Gaming on the Dire. They don't have their whole team thing set up, but that's fine. Just remember, it's going to be Midas Gaming and PlayZone. We're going to open up their bands really standard, like Visage, Elder Tiny. You pretty much don't get any more standard than that. But Slark as well as the IO Wisp. Very, very interesting. Wisp is definitely a hero that's fallen from grace in a big way. Slark has seen, you know, he's been played here and there, but not really has been a really big hero. Keep in mind also that this is the first round of this week's tournament, so the variation between skill levels is going to be higher. This isn't going to be the, it's just the first round. These are anybody. So, yeah, we could be seeing something very interesting from the Slark-Wisp combination. It's a okay combination with the Wisp. Like, definitely I would say not as powerful as the Wisp, Tiny, CK, even Juggernaut, Ursa are all up there. The problem with Wisp Slark is that when you bring the Wisp in with the Slark, then automatically the team, what they should be saying to themselves is, oh shit, there's a Wisp, we gotta kill the Wisp. But then what they have to get through is a Tiny, is a CK, are these big heroes that punish you for actually going for the Wisp. Slark isn't really capable of doing that. He could do a little bit of damage, but he himself turns invisible. He can't protect the Wisp. He actually, like, moves the focus onto the Wisp. That is, of course, assuming that the Wisp is going to be with the Slark. It's going to be a Slark-Wisp combination. Which, of course, it's a little bit too early to say for sure. They could easily pick up what I think would be a better partner for that Wisp. But yeah, you kind of do have that anti-synergy. You have the Wisp come in with the Slark. All of a sudden, Slark activates his ultimate, and then the Wisp is shit out of luck because his buddy's invisible. And Wisp is going to get focused down. So we'll see if PlayZone want to actually work with this combo. If they want to change it instead, I think it would be better for them to change it. On the other end, Midas Gaming, Shadow Shaman as well as the Venomancer. What we have here are going to be wards, and a couple more wards. Their pushing is already really, really intense. I don't think Shadow Shaman in this case is going to go for a support, although he definitely can. If they put Shadow Shaman in the mid lane, get that quick level 6 on that hero, then the Venomancer at that time will be, he'll have 2 points in the Plague Wards at least. That's some really devastating push because PlayZone, right off the bat, don't have any sort of AoE clearing. They don't really have anything to draw creep aggro, except for, I guess, the Wisp Spirits, which is pretty good at doing that. But even if they do have that, it's not the creeps that's going to make this Midas push unstoppable. It's the fact that wards, you can't really use spells to kill wards. It just doesn't work like that. So I think Midas Gamer is going to go all in on this push strat, and PlayZone, they should be recognizing this right now. Shadow Shaman with such an early, pickup really signifies that he is, or anyone really, as an early pickup signifies that they are a core hero in this strategy. And Shadow Shaman being a core can only mean one thing, that the Serpent Wards are going to be high level, and that means that you're going to be getting your towers pushed. PlayZone, I think if they recognize this right now, it would probably really be beneficial for them to pick up any combination of AoE and or Lone Druid. Just having that autonomous unit that could go around and hit the wards without really being in danger himself is probably their best bet. Weaver's not too bad either. That'll work. That'll definitely work. Weaver definitely not a fantastic partner for the Wisp, kind of for the same reasons as the Slark. PlayZone so far going very, very light, very, very AoE. Well, they don't have any AoE actually. The Midas pick of the Gyrocopter is not necessarily within the push strat, although Gyrocopter can push very, very intensely. It isn't a full-on, we're going to go push your tower strategy with that Gyrocopter pick. They are hedged a little bit with the late game. The Gyrocopter, the beauty of this pick of the Gyrocopter, if they do maintain this push strat, is that, well, it looks like they're going to switch it up a little bit, switch to Shadow Shaman support. So Midas, he threw me for a loop, good job. But Gyrocopter, I was going to say that if he's in a push strat, he uses gold so much better than a lot of other carries, more so than experience, but looks like that's not going to be what we're going to be seeing right now, although their pushing is still pretty good. it's going to take a little bit longer to get going, because Shadow Shaman at this point is probably going to be pushed to its support role. That means he's going to be not getting as much experience as he was going to get if he was in the mid role. Obviously. PlayZone with the Abaddon pick, they're going to go for like the most elusive, slippery, anger-inducing rage lineup you could possibly get. If they get Treant Protector, then that's it. Like, you don't get any more annoying than that. Between shields, time lapses, relocates out, dark pacts, no buff on Midas, or no debuff, no stun, no disable, nothing is gonna stick on the PlayZone side. It just isn't gonna work. Like, you could try to hex someone, but then, you know, all of a sudden a Photic shield, all of a sudden the time lapse and the dark pact and stuff like that. It's gonna be hell. The problem with this, though, is that the supports that usually do have this really slippery thing, the Abaddon and the Wisp, they don't have much lane control. And Weaver and Slark, as carry heroes, their lane presence isn't terrible. Like, there's definitely worse carry heroes that have there's definitely carry heroes that have less lane presence, i.e. Spectre, Faceless Void. Like, Weaver could actually poke around with Shikuchi and harass and stuff like that. Slark could just go all in and kill you really quickly if he wanted to. But the supports on the PlayZone side are actually really soft so far. Abaddon and Wisp, maybe not soft, but they don't really offer too much in a lane. Wisp is a very, very light hero. He has no armor. He will be able to poke at you a little bit, but you can just turn around and poke him right back. Abaddon, he can run at you, and that's annoying, but you're not actually going to be taking any damage unless for some whatever reason you mess up and he actually gets close enough, in which case you're probably going to be punished and then you probably deserve it. So that's the weakness of PlayZone's lineup. In the mid game, they're going to be extremely slippery, extremely annoying to play against. But really, Midas have a good tool against that in the puck mostly. Silence is a devastating tool if you could land it on the core heroes. If you land on the Abaddon or the Wisp something, then or the Weaver, then at that point the amount of debuff protection, I guess I could call it, from PlayZone isn't really going to matter at all. So we're going to see what Midas wants to pick up for their last. They already have, well, they're looking for an offlane hero. Puck is going to the mid lane, most assuredly. Gyrocopter, Shadow Shaman, Venomancer, probably going to be a tri-lane of sorts, unless they want to run dual lanes. But right now their picks could be, you know, pretty open at this point. Maybe, I think, another stun, just to kind of force the anti-crowd control of PlayZone around, just, you know, push them as they want to be pushed. I think a Windrunner won't be too bad right now. She'll be very elusive, and Weaver, Slark don't really have the means of killing a Windrunner once you have that Windrun active until MKBs come up, and that's going to be a long way off. So that won't be a terrible pick for Midas to finish off their lineup. They could also go for a little bit more of a pushing comp if they want to pick up a Nature's Prophet as their final pickup, and then you could hedge on the Puck and Gyrocopter, who still do decently in the... Oh, called it. I called it. I'm the best. Alright, but it is going to be the Windrunner, who I assume is going to be handling a solo lane, though Windrunner is, first of all, she's more than capable of doing so, but once Venomancer and Shadow Shaman, if they rotate to the Windrunner's lane at all, Windrunner will be able to contribute a whole lot, because at that point she'll have a couple levels, and by a couple I mean she'll be much higher level than the Shadow Shaman and Venomancer, if everything goes correctly for Midas Gaming. So the Power Shot, the Shackle Shot will contribute a lot to the ganks of Midas. And PlayZone is actually going to be the one that takes up the Nature's Prophet. Who's going to be the mid lane for PlayZone? I think it's probably got to be the Slark at this point, played by Dog. That's just an elegant name right there. It's beautiful in its simplicity. But Nature's Prophet, as the last pickup, he has a mushroom on his head. You have that, first of all, and okay, I think well, first of all, we're going to get rid of this stupid stuff. We're just going to go with default. We're going to go with default because this Death Prophet thing is really being annoying. And I think I have to lower the mic. No, I have to raise the mic threshold. I think that should be fine. Once again, guys, if anyone is in Dota TV, you got to let me know if that audio is sounding is sounding good. Because I have no way of testing it while I'm in Dota TV myself. Alright, so on Midas Gaming, we have Sinclair going to be on the mid lane Puck. Heading towards the bot lane, it's Nani on the Shadow Shaman, Frosty Cakes on the Venomancer. Red Comet is going to be on the Gyrocopter, and following up the rear is going to be KZVR. KZVR, that's just the best name in the world, on the Wind Ranger. On the PlayZone side, we have Dougie G on the Wisp. Dog, as I said before, a beautifully elegant name on the Slark. We have KBK on the Abaddon. Pillow is on the Weaver. Once again, another elegant name. And we have Blank. I think I casted these guys before. I definitely did. AG plus... Yeah, we have Blank on the Nature's Prophet, already sending his Treants out to scout. He's going to... I have not seen those Treants before. That is interesting. He's going to see 4 heroes on the bottom lane, and that means that there's probably going to be a tri-lane there. I expect the Wind Ranger, although she has the wards to move up to the top. Oh, it's going to be a support Wind Ranger? These Treants look like turtles. Am I the only one who's seeing this? They look silly. But, okay, the Wind Ranger actually just holding the ward. She's going to be camping out on the bottom lane as the Gyrocopter, Venomancer, and Shadow Shaman combination moves up towards the top lane. Pretty much as expected. They're going to be going up against the Abaddon as well as Weaver. Do they have sentries? Big... there's an invisible Wisp. This Wisp does not look invisible at all. What the hell? Alright, so Wisp in the area. With the help of Dog, they will not be able to kill Sinclair. They will be able to put a lot of hurt on the Wisp, on the Puck rather. But at the same time, there's the 0 armor of the Wisp. That was 2 hits from Sinclair, and Wisp is already, almost dead. So that's probably not going to be the best. Top lane, do they have sentries? I was going to check real fast. They do have sentries, so they actually can kill the Weaver, though it's going to be purely on the Shadow Shaman because he's the only one with any disables in this lane, unless there's a random point homing missile, which I severely doubt.
Denied.
But Nani, he does have the Hex. KBK will be right there with the Aphotic Shield, however. So Abaddon's really the only one that this tri-lane can go on, and at that point, Weaver can't really protect the Abaddon. So Abaddon's really got to be the one that's careful. If Pillow gets caught off with the Hex for whatever reason, instantly shield, and then he's going to be just fine. He's not going to have to worry about a single thing. Mid lane looks like it's going to be a dual lane Dog. Wow, pouncing very aggressively on Sinclair. Not even bothering the phase shift, because cool guys don't look at explosions. But the Wisp, chilling in the mid lane, he's not really going to add too much to this lane. In fact, I would say he's going to detract from it, because they really can't kill this Puck. Like, if Dog pounces, then I'm assuming Sinclair will be able to phase shift it. Maybe that's irresponsible for me to assume, but that's something that I'm going to assume. That Puck will be able to dodge the very, very slow animation of the pounce. At that point, Tether doesn't stun, so Sinclair is just going to walk out of there and, Illusory Orb out of there, and Dog doesn't have nearly enough damage to actually kill the Puck because he's sharing experience with the Wisp. So I don't really think this way of laying the Wisp is optimal at all. Like, they could go for it, but there's the Orb, and okay, well, if Puck wastes everything, then that's a possibility. Where's the pounce? Where's the leap? It's not going to happen. They're actually going to get punished a lot by those creeps as well as the Illusory Orb, and Sinclair just going to go straight towards the Illusion Rune, because that was his plan all along, of course. But yeah, at this point, Wisp, he's not getting any pulls. He really can't get any pulls. Beautiful ward blocking from the Dire side. So, the Wisp doesn't really have any options. He has to stay on this lane, or else he's just never, ever going to get his level 6. And a Wisp without level 6 is a very sad Wisp indeed. Sinclair's going to have the time of his life right now. He's kind of pressured just by being up against 2 heroes, but these heroes cannot kill him, even if they wanted to. Taking a look quickly at the bottom lane, we have KZVR 5-0 versus the Nature's Prophet, who's currently 9-0. A relatively even lane right now, so the KZVR harassing the Nature's Prophet in a big way, but I don't think there should be any real aggression coming out from this bottom lane, although Nature's Prophet, if he's not too careful, he will get picked off. Although Wind Ranger, not Runner, should be fine regardless, and she doesn't really have enough mana to go for a kill anyway. Top lane, KBK as well as Pillow trying to zone out Frosty Cakes, though I really think that this is not going to end well for them, especially this Abaddon. He does have 2 points miscoil, so, he could maybe get himself into die range from Pillow or something like that. Or, do the denying antics that is possible when you have an Abaddon. But Pillow 11 for 3 versus Red Comet's 14 for 5. Gotta hand it to Pillow. He's actually farming pretty decently. Not too much aggression from this Midas tri-lane. I mean, the Venomancer's in the area, and he does have the Gale, but again, they really cannot afford to go on the Weaver because it won't result in anything at all. So Pillow's still getting his farm, all credit to him. He needs his farm also. I mean, Dog is 13 for 2 versus 13 for 8, so Slark will be able to semi-carry in the mid-game pretty easily. But, yeah, the late game from PlayZone is pretty much mostly on the Weaver and on the split push, on being slippery. That's really where they're going to be hitting their stride, or hitting their late game stride at least. And if Weaver doesn't have that farm, then he's really not going to be doing well at all. But he is getting the farm, so he's doing a pretty good job. Nani as well as Frosty Cakes, they've been sitting in the lane, which isn't necessarily bad. Just having the pressure in the lane is It's a decent thing to have, but the problem with that is that you don't actually have, as we see, oh, that's kind of worked. They're not actually able to be aggressive at all. And now Nani can take quite a big hit from this Weaver. Nani might actually be in trouble. He's going to run back towards KBK. Nani, you don't want to go there. He has to drop the Hex like right now if he wants to live. But the Weaver on his ass is going to get the kill with the help of KBK's Miscoil. And now Frosty Cakes might also go down, though Pillow dropping out of Shikuchi right as the missile hits him. And he will be fine to walk away from that one. But the Shadow Shaman, I mean, you could have run up and this way, but he went this way. It seems like a longer way to run, in my opinion. I don't know. I think I could think he could have been home free, but maybe he wanted to kind of bait them into a fight that wouldn't be ending well for PlayZone. It's at the very least a questionable decision from Nani to run to the right side of the screen. I think if he just ran up here, then he would have been fine, but who knows? Who knows? You can only speculate, right? Puck now has the level 6 mark. Dog has at the level 5 mark, with Wisp also at level 4. They're not actually doing a terrible job at all. The Puck's getting his levels, but Dog, at the same time, getting his levels. And that's really what's important for Slark. I mean, he does scale well, very, very well with gold, but you want to get that pounce up. You want to get points of Dark Pact. Levels are very important for a Slark player, which is usually why you don't see him in a dual lane. I mean, he could do pretty well with the setup stun, and then you just, have a guaranteed pounce, but really you want him in a role where he gets a lot of experience. And so far, the Wisp has been doing a good job to ensure that Dog actually does get that experience. So, Sinclair's holding his own. I mean, it's Puck. He's not going to get demolished by this lane, as I said before, but gotta hand it to Dog. He's getting his levels as well, and once he gets at level 6, this lane is going to be so much easier. Like, Sinclair, I don't think could get a kill at all on Dog. He could get a kill on Dougie if the Wisp sticks his neck out a little bit too much, so he's got to be careful about that. But, oh, this might be it. Sinclair going to go aggro. There's the silence as well as the orbs. Going to jaunt to it. There's the Dream Coil as well. Going to catch Dog as well as the Wisp. This is going to be a double kill for Sinclair, with the creeps helping out as well. Look at you guys, winning some prizes for witnessing a multi-kill. How many people are actually, can I actually see that? I can't. Top lane, I'm trying to check stuff in Red Comet, getting teleported upon by Blank, the Shikuchi, as well as German attack from the Weaver. Not going to be quite enough. I actually cannot see how many people are in this thing. Whatever. So guys, Dota TV guys, let me know if the audio is fine by putting it onto the Twitch chat, which is a broken ass way of doing it, I know, but I don't have any better way of doing it right now. So 2-3, and we can see the Puck not threatened at all by this middle lane. I mean, Dog, I don't know, he did get the pounce, and Puck jaunts away from it, which is really, I mean, pounce at the end of the day isn't hard to disable. It's just not. You could get away from it. Sinclair, though, might be in a little trouble. He will jaunt away from it once again. But overall, having a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Dire. Nature's Prophet even left the bottom lane, which will give KZVR the Wind Ranger. There's no real good way of saying this guy's name. I'd say Windrunner or letters, whatever. But he's going to get a lot of free time on this bottom lane. Now that Blank is back on this bottom lane, he'll be, not getting as much free time, but, I mean, hell, Nature's Prophet is less than half HP. If KZVR lines up a shackle or anything, then this Nature's Prophet is dead. I really don't know what this Nature's Prophet is trying to do here, because if Wind Ranger sees him, he's dead. And if he lands a shackle shot, then he's super dead. So, we do see rotation from the mid lane. Dog, as well as Dougie G, moving up towards the top lane. This Observer Ward is not going to be spotting anyone up. I don't think the Plague Ward saw the Slark. There's a ping going out from KBK. Plague Ward, once again, does spot the Wisp. This is daytime. They should be seeing Dog. I think they see Dog. But either way, I mean, the Dire are hugging their tower. There's 4 heroes up here, and they're effectively stopping the farm, but oh crap. Okay, well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Blank got a little bit too close. Wind Ranger securing kill on the bottom lane. My apologies for missing that one, but whenever your Wind Ranger secures solo kills, you're not in for the best of times. You teleport back to the base. Already does have the phase boots, as does the Nature's Prophet. But Wind Ranger is doing, pretty damn good as far as the farm roll. Only a little bit ahead of the Nature's Prophet, but, it's the Nature's Prophet, so only a little bit ahead is actually quite a big deal. Still on this mid lane, Dog has hit his level 6 mark, though a level 9 from Puck. Getting that double kill really, really propelling him further ahead than this dual lane. He could just go for a kill on this Wisp, I'm pretty sure. Maybe he needs his phase shift. Well, not with the Nature's Prophet ultimate. That's not going to happen, though. But Dog is at his level 6 mark. He'll be able to do some damage to the puck. I still don't think he can kill him, though. And, you know, if he tower dives, then teleportation spore is going to happen. Then you definitely can't kill him. Oh, Sinclair going to dodge the pounce. There's the Dark Pack, not doing a lot of damage. Silence is there. Is he going to drop the coil for this one? Dougie G and Dog both very low. They're going to make their way up to the north, and Sinclair still wants to hunt them down. Does have a bottle charge, does have 8 wand charges as well. I think he could turn this one around, though the healing from Slark might be enough to... Yeah, he's going to be just fine. Meantime, top lane, Pillow, as well as KBK, messing with this stack that was stacked up by Frosty Cakes as well as Nani. But at the same time, they're not taking any damage at all. I mean, there's a shock. It's only level 2, so it's not really going to be too... Oh, they found Pillow, actually, but, you know, here comes the shield and the mist coil. Pillow's not going to die, not in a million years. It's going to be KBK who's in danger, but there's the ultimate from the Abaddon. He's unkillable right now, but here comes Red Comet. Has 3 points in that Rocket Barrage. Going to drop the call down onto absolutely nothing, but it shouldn't matter. Dog's going to come in. Black Cannon as well. Dog getting a Hex, but he's going to dispel it immediately with the Dark Pack. Blank is here as well. Does have the Sprout. Now Red Comet is on his way out, but where's the Sprout? There it is. Pillow as well as Dog in the area. Gonna try to Rocket Barrage someone. It's gonna get split between them all, though. It's not gonna be good. PlayZone, they lose the Abaddon, yes, but rotating back. Oh wait, here we go. KVZR back in the top lane. Dog is gonna get shackled to Pillow, and Dog, no shot, no, the Sprout, no, Blank, you killed your buddy. KVZR doesn't have a power shot lined up. Pillow is very, very weak. If he gets spotted, this could be the death with another right click or two. Pillow will make it out alive. But a beautiful shackle shot coming in from the Wind Ranger. Not Runner. Gonna secure a kill on the Slark. Also, you know, Nature Prophet not exactly helping the cause either. It's like, I'll save you with a Sprout. That's not gonna do much. Sinclair trying to get a kill on Dougie G. Dropping a Dream Coil. Shackle from long range. Not gonna latch, but just by enough time so that the Wisp cannot manipulate his spirits and, you know, somehow get a miracle kill on this puck. It's gonna be another kill for this puck, putting him at 3-0. 21-07. He's gonna dodge the pounce, and the shift is gonna save him. Dog is unable to get that kill. You really, really need this Dark Pack against puck. Like, pounce is a great spell. Pounce is this quote-unquote standard thing to get for Slark. But against a puck, against someone who could easily dodge that damage, you need this sustained damage over time, or I guess pseudo damage over time from Dark Pack. Because if he had, you know, 2 points in pounce, 4 points in Dark Pack, that would have been a dead puck. That would have set the puck back. But instead, the puck has his Blink Dagger, and that could have been, you know, the difference, you know, night and day right there. Because now that he has Blink Dagger, Dog, if puck teleports to the mid lane, he's going to go to the top lane instead. He's going to try to set up a kill on Pillow as well as KBK. As I said before, the silence is going to be devastating, especially if they get an open with a Hex. Here comes Sinclair off of the sides. Does have the blink, doesn't have a coil. There's the blink as well as the silence. Who do they want to go for? They want to go for KBK. They know who the threat is, but there's the borrowed time. Call down as well onto Pillow. No, there's no shield onto him. There's the time lapse though. KBK dropping very low. Dog as well as the Wisp coming in from the back over. Going to go straight for Red Comet. The Wisp as well as Nature's Prophet Ultimate demolishing their health pools. And now Sinclair on his way out does have an illusory orb in 1 second. He will throw it out, but he will not be able to jaunt to it. It's a triple kill for Dog. And the gank that should have gone the way of Midas get turned around. PlayZone calling in the reinforcements with the Wisp, with the Slark from behind. You know, I said before that Wisp Slark wasn't the strongest combination, but if you catch them completely by surprise, if you catch their back lines like that, it doesn't really matter who you're tethered to. It really doesn't, because they're going to do work regardless. And now, with the Nature's Prophet Turtles up on the front line, they're going to go for a push in this top lane. Midas on Red Comet. He's farming pretty decently. He does have the Flat Cannon as well. He will be able to hold this with the help of the Plague Wards. Do they have level 6 on the Shadow Shaman? Yes, they do. But Dougie G as well as Pillow still in the area. Looks like they're going to be sticking up here for just a little bit longer, but it looks like the rest of the PlayZone might want to go for a push on the mid lane, and they should be able to make this trade, I think. Just the Plague Wards, which is, yes, level 3. Nani with the Serpent Wards. Yeah, this top lane tower should not be long for life. Sinclair, the only one on this mid lane. Got to be careful for random pounces from Dog. Though the Turtles in the front lines, they're going to be cleaned up pretty quickly, and, well, it's going to result in more rotation. Frosty Cakes is spotted out by Dog. Oh, this is not good for a Venomancer. This is not where we want to be, unless the pounce misses. Then it's a little bit more okay, but here comes Blank with the Sprout. There goes the Panic Ultimate from Frosty Cakes, doing as much damage as he can before his inevitable downfall, and he is going to drop. But nope, we're not done yet. Nani is going to get chased down by Pillow. Shackle Shot, not going to latch. Power Shot, that's not going to latch either. But the Nature's Prophet Ultimate, that's going to hit for sure. Red Comet going to get pounced on by Dog. The Dark Pack is going to clean him up. KZVUR, whatever his name is also going to get cleaned up. And we have items being handed out to everyone. Pillow going to get Dream Coil by Sinclair. Looking at him 1v3 the enemy team. I don't know if you could actually do this, Puck. If you can do this, then all credit to you, but it's not going to be enough. It's a complete team wipe in favor of PlayZone. Blank getting a double kill. 13 for 10. This tower should also go down. Do they have treants? They don't. With 2 heroes reviving, they might be able to save this tower, but it's definitely going to take a beating at the very least. And PlayZone really using their slippery playstyle to their advantage. And really lack of stuns, I think. Shadow Shaman is the only, for sure, I mean, with no Dream Coil, obviously, it's only their, for sure, source of disable. And you really need disable against the Weaver. You really need disable against the Abaddon. You need disable against everyone. But Shadow Shaman, he got picked off first, and that's less than ideal, I would say. Wind Ranger, she could latch a Shackle, but so far, Shackles haven't been latching at an extraordinary rate. Although the Shackles that she has been landing, it's been pretty impressive. They need to latch at a consistent rate if it's actually going to make a difference. Now Dougie G, thinking about relocating down up on the top lane. Nani, you are so friggin' dead, man. Shadow Shaman gonna bite the dust for the 6th time. My god. I knew he died a lot, but I didn't realize it was 6 times a lot. That's gonna be the end of the Shadow Shaman's life. And hell, I guess when you have a 5-level advantage over anyone, it's really easy to relocate gank them. Even if you are Slark Wisp, which I still maintain is not the strongest combination in the world. Blank, thinking about teleporting into this push. They will be able to secure this pretty easily. They might be able to get Frosty Cakes as well. There's a Sprout, as well as a Orchid Silence. He's completely trapped. No, he's not completely trapped. He's going to find his way out, but it's not going to be enough. Blank with the Orchid, securing the kill on Frosty Cakes for the 3rd time only. That's going to be the death of the Venomancer. Midas Gaming looking to make a trade. Sinclair with double damage rune, going to secure that kill, but the pushing from PlayZone, it's not the strongest, but it's more than enough when there's no one defending. They're going to keep on rolling. Tier 2 mid tower now in danger. Fortification is going to go up. And 5 men on the middle lane. Dog, you're not regenerating. Oh, there you are. Now you're regenerating. Okay. Let's see if Midas Gaming can actually mount some sort of defense. The early Blink Dagger from the Puck, not really mounting to much at all. I mean, every single time he's tried to use it, it's been turned around against him. No fortification. There's a power shot. Dog dropping awfully low. He will get miscoiled back up. Tower denied. Tempted by Sinclair. Nature Prophet ultimate going to wreck the heroes of the Midas squad. Now Pillow's going to go in straight for Frosty Cakes. There's the bug going to fly out. Frosty Cakes should be fine. And everyone from the Dire side going to fall back. Pillow is, well, that was a missed Shackle. There's the call down. Dog going to run straight in. He is absolutely fearless. Not even going to drop the wards. He's going to go down, though. Blank with the kill on with the Treants. Really? He's going to get the kill with the Treants? Okay. Sinclair going to get 3-man coil as well as a 3-man silence, but he's going to get turned around immediately. He doesn't have any backup right here. He's going to go in and get killed immediately. Dog is going to get healed by the low ground from KBK. Pounced down as well as Pillows, Shikuchi. Everyone with, well, okay, maybe not everyone, Nature Prophet. I don't really know what you were doing here. Like, I don't know, but no clue. But he's gonna go down way back there, and looks like the Wisp was following him. Well, I mean, if you dive the tier 4s, then you kind of are asking for trouble. So everyone who was diving responsibly got out alive. So guys, please dive responsibly. But 18 for 12 PlayZone, extending their lead. You can see that climbing up. Only 3,000 experience, the Dire Midas Gaming, with their more active participation in the jungle as opposed to the lanes, mostly with the Wisp. You know, holding a little bit of an EXP advantage from that, but the gold is climbing in. It's climbing very, very quickly from the PlayZone side, and really all their farm is on the correct heroes. Slark is on the top with an Orchid. Nature Prophet also on top with another Orchid. Now KZVR going to get sprouted up. Does have a 4-stat though, he'll be just fine. And then of course you have the Weaver, who doesn't have an Orchid. Instead has a BKB. This is a very, very aggressive item from this Weaver. When you get a BKB as the first item from the Weaver, you're saying we want to fight, and we want to fight early and effectively. And we want to keep doing it until our BKBs get down to 4 seconds, and then we're going to be really sad. So PlayZone going to go all in with this Weaver. If you went for something like Linged Sphere, a little bit more of a sustained item, then it would have been a little bit different, but there we go. Up on the top lane, Red Comet has got to run away. There's the pounce, missing from Dog, going to drop the call down, going to hit onto 2 at least. Dream Coil as well, and can't keep them in range of that call down. Red Comet, though, is on his way out. He will not make his way out. Serpent Wards get dropped, doing a little bit of damage to Dougie G, though. There's the relocate back out to safety. It's going to be the Gyrocopter dead, and that's about it. Dog's on the top lane with that ultimate. He'll be able to sprint on out of there. Dougie G going to evacuate Pillow from that sticky situation, and it's going to be a push on the bottom lane. They want the tier 2 tower. They're probably going to get it as well. The Serpent Wards are not up for this. It's dropping him down for a team fight that really got, like, what, 5 hits maximum on the enemies. That's not really worth the usage of your Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards really haven't been used at all to push towers. And that's actually really surprising. Midas Gaming being pressured aggressively by the heroes of the PlayZone side, so that they really can't go for a push even if they wanted to. mostly just like this. Whenever, oh wait, Sinclair gonna find KBK. Abaddon though does have borrowed time, and he is gonna miscoil up a little bit more HP. Does have a shield as well. Looking to juke into Roshan. He's gonna get hit with the Gale though. He's gonna try to deny himself to Roshan. Okay, KBK, challenge mode. Can you deny yourself to Roshan? He will commit suicide. It's gonna be items for everyone. Extra hero denial, not bad. And well, Abaddon doesn't deny himself to Roshan, but he does kill himself regardless. And what should have been a very, very easy kill for the Midas side is instead going to be absolutely nothing for them. A kill for Roshan, I guess, or assist for Roshan, we'll call it that. Sinclair might be in a little bit of trouble. Sinclair's going to get silenced before he gets drawn to the orb. Does Blank have enough damage? He does have the Sprout, which is going to lay a couple more right clicks down on Sinclair. There's the Orchid. He's going to get 4 stats out as well as the Phase Shift. He should be just fine. No Nature's Prophet. Oh, Pillow's here, though. Going to snipe the Courier. He's going to get that Courier killed. Oh, my God. Pillow, where did you come from, bro? I have no idea where Pillow came from. He didn't get the puck, but he got the Courier kill. And I think that's going to be, I think PlayZone are going to be just fine with that. Mid lane, Dog as well as DougEG. It's a pretty fearsome combo at this point just because they have so much net worth between the two of them. Really. Gyrocopter with that Midas. Possibly going for, a little bit too much of a late game build. He's going to build up his BKB. But the call down, really struggling to land that. Just being so slippery, the Radiant team. You can't really afford to land a call down on the Weaver or the Slark unless they actually decide to stay in the call down range, which they have been at certain times, but they've been getting kills and being rewarded for that. It's really hard to use that call down effectively against the PlayZone side. Now KZVR, gotta watch out. Wind Ranger, Force Staff will only save you from so much. Here comes Dog. Yes, this is Dog. Force Staff failed, and then instantly silenced. KVZR is going to get demolished. There's the call down. Going to land onto absolutely no one. Sinclair going to get worked down very quickly. He's silenced. He's going to go down. Red Comet going to get Dark Package straight to the face. Frosty Cakes is on his way out. We also do have Nani going to pick up the Nature's Prophet in the back end. Serpent War is doing a lot of damage to KBK as well as eventually DougEG, but that's not really going to matter because he's away from the rest of his team. It's going to be a triple kill for Pillow. Buyback from Blank. And this tower is not long for life. They can even farm these Serpent Wards if they want to. They do want to. Tier 2 bottom lane is going to drop, and another complete team wipe from PlayZone. They can even keep going for a little bit, or they can go for Roshan. Looks like it's going to be the former. They want the Tier 3 tower. They want to end this quickly. First uses a Black King bar being used to effectively block out a Gyrocopter ultimate. I would say that is a pretty good usage of it. Now straight up Desolator from this Weaver. He's going to be dishing and impossible to kill. There's a fortification. 3 up are on the Midas side. Or rather, 3 are up on the Midas side if you speak English. They're going to start chipping away at this tower. Call down. Going to be wasted just to clear out the creep wave. Dog going to get shackled though. Dark Pack right in time. There's a silence as well as a 2-man coil. This could be a decent fight for the Midas side, especially with that Black Cannon hitting onto everyone. Nani does not have his wards, however. Gale onto Pillow. He's going to sit in the middle of everything. Does not have a BKB. He's going to shackle up. Does he have enough time to time-lapse? He's going to time-lapse just barely out of all that damage. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Nature's Prophet does go down. He doesn't have a buyback. Sinclair in the back end. He's going to fight DougEG as well as Dog. The damage from Dog is very, very high. However, not if you phase shift. KBK going to get his shield up on himself. He will slip away. No, he will not. Pillow is going to go to work onto Nani in the back end. Dog still very much so alive. Using that regeneration, using that HP from Slark. He's going to try to go for KVZVR, but the silence coming in a little bit too late. The evasion has already gone up. Frosty Cakes now trying to get a Pillow, trying to get the kill, and the power shot. KVZVR reading him like a book. My God, that power shot was beautiful. Holy crap. Like, you expect him to go like this? No, KZVR read him, shot it like that. That is just fucking amazing power shotting right there. PlayZone perhaps overstaying their welcome, but they've lost 4, yes, but they certainly made Midas Gaming pay for every single one of those hero kills. I don't really know the entire tally of kills, but I mean, Slark did go down. That's a godlike streak going to the was it Venomancer, and Weaver did give up Meg kill to the Wind Ranger. That's a lot of gold. Yeah, I think it was the Venomancer. He definitely got the godlike streak out of the Slark. So that's a lot of gold going for the Midas side, and they haven't lost Raxus. They're taking a little bit of damage in the tower, but definitely this game is far from over if Midas can continue to take fights like that. They didn't even have the whatchamacallit, the call down. They used it to clear off creeps, kind of by necessity. Now, with all that gold, they are not in this game. I mean, they're still very, very far behind, but oh, KZVR gonna get bugged and force staffed out. But Frost Cake, you don't. Oh, he does have force staff as well. He should be just fine. Yeah. 4 staffs for everyone. But Pillow wants blood. Holy crap, he's going to dive deep. And it's not going to be enough. He's going to turn around. Roshan still alive, still chilling. I would have thought that at this point, one team would have decided to go for Roshan. Probably PlayZone, having so much map control. Like, all their tier 1s are still up, except for the bottom lane, which got chipped down by a couple heroes earlier on. But they have the BKB. They have now a Scythe of Vise on Slark. Did he just kill Shadow? Yeah, he just killed Shadow Shaman. I wasn't... Yeah, that happened. Roshan now is going to be attempted by the Radiant, and with Dog on the front lines pushing out the mid lane, he's feeling awfully confident, although pouncing the wrong way. Not getting punished for it, however. Pillow with the Desolator doing more than enough damage, especially with KBK on the front lines to tank. This Roshan going to get chipped down, but not the quickest Roshan, but it's only 3 heroes, so really what do you expect? Dog applying pressure to the middle lane, Blank applying pressure to the bottom lane. This Roshan is dropping. They will have a mech. They do have a mech, actually, so they can do that whenever they want to. And Roshan is down. Nothing that the Dire could do will stop this. They cannot jack the Aegis. It's going to be Weaver with a double life, and killing Weaver the first time was hard enough. I mean, Pillow fought to the death, and he got a couple kills before he went down, so now you're going to have to do that twice. And, you know, Aegis on the Weaver kind of ensures that this time lapse will go off, so that's effectively 3 lives. They're going to go once again for the bottom lane. These turtles in the front line is going to run straight into a wall of wards. Maybe going for this bottom lane, not the brightest idea. These Plague Wards are going to make it very, very difficult for them to do anything, though it is going to be a little bit of split pushing done by Dog as well as Dougie G, as well as Blank up on the top lane. So it's going to be split pushing on all the lanes equally, and I really think that that's probably the best way to do it. Because Venomancer, what he does is he defends one lane really well. Like, he sets up wards like this. If you force him to split between 2 lanes, then these 3-4 Plague Wards aren't really going to be doing too much. And he simply cannot defend a 3rd lane. That's just out of the realm of possibility. And Nature's Prophet is more than capable of pushing up a lane himself. He himself does have a Sheepstick. Do they have the same exact build? They have almost the same exact build. But the pushing from the mid lane, from the bot lane, from the top lane, and Midas, they're going to be forced to take a less than optimal fight. And even if they do take a fight, I mean, Nature's Prophet could give a hell of a fight before he does go down. All the while, Dog doing that. Chipping at the tower just a little bit, spending a little bit of mana, but he has an Orchid and a Sheepstick. Mana is not an issue for him. And then, of course, with his ultimate, he's going to have all the HP in the world if he just falls back for just a little bit. So Midas Gaming, they're trapped in their base, and really, they have to make an engagement happen, or else they're just going to get chipped out. Because all the while, the Radiant team are farming. Like, they're annihilating every single creep in the creep wave, whereas the towers, the Plague Wards, a lot's going to Frosty Cakes, but really Frosty Cakes can't contribute to this. They really need the Gyrocopter to get a big damage item, and this will definitely help, but the map control is firmly in control of the PlayZone side, and it's not going to change unless the Midas team gets going and actually initiates onto someone. And it looks like they're trying to go for it. Like, all credit to them, they're trying, but it's not happening. So now it's just a slow stranglehold from PlayZone. They have all the time in the world for this. Just a matter of time before someone slips up on either side. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Place your wagers right now. Once again, guys, this is from League of Dota. There is a ticket in the Dota 2 store, only 99 cents, so pick it up and get some sweet loot. As we watch PlayZone just, you know, Anaconda Midas Gaming, slowly squeezing the life out of them, restricting their space. And Midas Gaming, they have all the tools to actually make a fight happen. It's mostly in the hands of Sinclair. A blink into a coil will be great, but a blink into a coil is pretty much impossible because there's only 1 or 2 heroes at a time that could be initiated upon. Although Dog is going to be a little bit in trouble. There's a Dream Coil. He's going to pop his invisibility, and he's going to leap out of there and be just fine. Yep, that's a coil used, and now I think that's probably PlayZone's cue to get in there. Pillow in the bottom lane, not deterred by 2 Plague Wards. He's going to drop this tower in the bottom lane. No denial attempts, no denies at all. Pillow going to get shackled. He does have the Aegis, though. Miss coil as well. He's going to be just fine. Tower does get chipped down. In the meantime, tower in the top lane also getting chipped down. Pillow actually diving deep. You got to be careful about that. He does have the Aegis as well as time lapse, so he should be pretty fine. KBK, though, is the one getting punished by the Weaver's antics, and now Red Comet getting a little bit too close to Blank. Doesn't have that much damage. He will be forced to back off because here comes the Wind Ranger. Shackle Shot not going to land. Power Shot not going to land either. And, well, Blank going to just pretend that never happened. He's going to go right back to happily farming. Frosty Cakes is getting initiated upon by Pillow. The huge damage. My God, the damage. Plague Ward still cutting through that creep wave, though. There's 3 heroes in the bottom lane, no heroes in the top lane. But this is what I'm talking about. They're slowly pushing this in. And by slowly, I mean slowly. Like, they're not going anywhere. But it's working because they're getting more farm. They're getting the towers. They're getting chip damage off. And, well, top lane being pushed out by Red Comet. Does have his BKB up now. But I think you'll need a big damage item before Midas are actually going to take a convincing fight. Pillow still in this bottom lane. Abaddon, though, keeping him alive. And it's going to be very, very difficult to kill off this Weaver. Like, this Weaver already has proven himself to be difficult to kill. That's without the Aegis. Does still have the BKB if things get too hairy. And PlayZone, they're just still building up their items. Now crit up on Nature's Prophet. So if he catches off the Gyrocopter once again, with the Orchid, with the Sheep Stick, I think that's enough to kill the Gyrocopter, just 1v1. Because Nature's Prophet does have a level advantage. He just has a lot more right click, I think. Yeah, he does have a lot more right click. He does. So Red Comet has got to be careful. If he gets too close, if he gets sheeped into a heck, sheeped into a sprout, into a silence, that's the death of him. Unless he has substantial teleportation support. But when you're teleporting around your own base simply to keep your carry alive, you know you're not in a good shape. And you're not in good shape. Bottom lane, Pillow, as well as KBK, still just chilling, still just pushing. Really, PlayZone, they're not really getting anywhere very quickly. They're not losing anyone, they're not gaining anyone, but you can see it doesn't really matter. They're getting items regardless because of the guaranteed farm they're getting. So, Pillow, he's getting an MKB big damage item, which means that Wind Run no longer is going to do anything versus this Weaver. Maybe give you a little more movement speed, but that's pretty much it. The Pillow's going to be hitting like an absolute truck. Still will be fairly vulnerable, especially with the Aegis timing out shortly. But he's going to drink that Aegis, and yeah, very shortly. 5 seconds, in fact. So he's going to drink the Aegis, be restored up to full HP. And then he's going to be just fine. He's going to dive a little bit for them. Wow, he's going to go straight for KZVZR. Surprise, he has an MKB. Initiation from Pillow. Who would have thought? Right after his Aegis timed out, he's going to go straight for Sinclair. Next, Nani is hexed up. Call down onto Blank and do a little bit of damage, but really it's not going to be enough. Comet is there with the BKB, doing as much damage as he can. Does have double Javelin, but that's not enough. Pillow still very weak. He does have BKB. Will dodge that orb. Now Sinclair getting a silence by Blank. The damage from the Weaver is just too much. Triple kill for the Weaver. That's like the 4th triple kill this game from the Weaver. And that's going to result in the Rax is going to go straight for Frost Gates. Look at the damage. Ultra kill for Pillow. GG being called by KZVR. And the winner of one of the first round games from the League of Dota is going to be PlayZone. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're on the stream, stay tuned for the next game. Not too sure who I'm going to be following next, but I'll let you know. I'll have my fancy overlay to tell you who's there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. GG.